All right. You ready?
I'm ready, man.
Okay, so the backstory here. This is Papa Gut, by the way, friend of the channel. I'm a huge Papa Gut fan.
I don't know the guy,
All right, well,
but
we're
he
about to
seems
know him a
pretty
little
cool,
bit.
man.
He's, college student gets flunked for writing transphobic third grade level essay, then cries to TP, which is Turning Point USA, which Turning Point's like the right wing, yeah, I think like Ben Shapiro's Turning Point. Like, you know what I'm saying?
No, I don't know anything about that. Is that like his news? Like,
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think it's like Ben Shapiro. I think Charlie Kirk might have been a part of it. I think Charlie Kirk's wife is like a charge of it now or something. I don't know. Who the fuck knows?
hmm.
Some super, not super conservative. I don't know. It's just some conservative shit. Who knows? But here we go. You ready?
Wait. Third grade level essay. What?
Samantha was asked to write a 650-word essay. She cited the Bible to support her stance. Gender roles and tendencies should not be considered stereotypes. Women naturally want to do womanly things because God created us with those womanly desires in our hearts. Wow, incredibly smart. God created men in the image of his courage and strength, and he created women in the image of his beauty. Wait, she accidentally admits God's trans, and he created women in the image of his beauty? It is frustrating to me when I read articles like this trying to conform to the same mundane opinion. Hey guys, I believe in the Bible, which has one interpretation on everything, but I get really tired of seeing the same mundane opinion about trans people. Wow, that's incredible. Society pushing the lie that there are multiple genders and everyone should be whatever they want to be is demonic and severely harms American youth. Okay, this is her award-winning essay.
Feeling good about the intro.
Yeah, the music was hitting. Okay.
So I think I'm getting
up.
some God stuff is coming up here. Some God and trans stuff.
I'm sad we don't have Tristan for this, but you know.
Oh, I think we should be glad we don't have Tristan for this one.
Oh wait, that's facts.
Yeah,
That's facts.
we're gonna turn in. It's gonna turn into the Bible definitely allows slavery debate, which isn't actually I don't think is a debate. But never mind. Well, I digress. We'll continue.
Yeah, that's different video.
I love this. This is a TPUSA thing. Basically, this girl got failed for citing just God in the Bible for a test. So let's go through the specifics here.
Just God in the Bible for a test. Okay or no? What do you mean? What don't you know? What don't you know? What is?
She cited just the Bible.
Yeah, for like I guess an essay.
Yeah, I don't know what's in the Bible. I really have not
okay,
much.
I'm not saying like. What do you think about what's in the Bible? I'm saying the fact that she's using the Bible as a source for an essay.
Oh, I mean, I don't know. She's ridiculous for that. I mean, she thinks it's all truth and facts. Like, why wouldn't you if you actually saw it like that? I think it's dumb.
Yeah, I think it's.
Recommend it.
Look, I guess we're about to see more about it, but I think the idea is if you're. If you're going to a college, like we're gonna need like something that actually is like legitimately sourced, not like. Not this guy says he saw something 2,000 years ago.
Yeah, but in her mind, that is like officially sourced. It's like this is the book, the world book of stuff. The truth. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, no, I know in her mind that she might think that is a good source. But
I see what you're saying.
It's not in society and reality.
I'm ready for it, man.
For a psychology course at the University of Oklahoma, Samantha Fulnecki, great name, was asked to write a 650-word essay reacting to an article about how people are perceived based on social expectations of gender. Okay. In her essay, Fulnecki argued that traditional gender roles should not be considered stereotypes. They are, literally. She cited the Bible to support her stance that eliminating gender in society would be detrimental because that would put people farther from God's original plan for humans. Strange. I mean, I don't think we should eliminate gender from society either, but I'm not going to source God for it. Okay. She received 0 points out of 25 in the essay. Transgender professor Mel Curtis said Mrs.
Ooh, that's not good.
Oh no, her professor's not going to be happy with this.
Miss Fulnecki failed to use empirical evidence and called parts of her essay offensive. Am I saying the name wrong? To call an entire group of people demonic is highly offensive, especially a minoritized population. Sorry, fuck. The instructor wrote in the online grading platform. Oh, so it sounds like they called trans people demonic, and then you're surprised when you get failed. Okay.
He's called his professor demonic. Or she, Fulnecki called Mel Curtis demonic.
Yeah, I mean, I think, first off, I think the whole issue really just stems where... Because I guess I don't know what class this is, right? Does that matter?
It just says
professor. Does it matter? I think it matters to me. Because if this is like a philosophy class, then I think maybe you could like use the Bible as a source.
Yeah.
Because like in philosophy, it's about like thought and opinion, like generally. So I don't think that. I think it matters what class this is. I don't know if we're not seeing what class this is. Maybe we'll see at some point, but I actually think that it does matter. But I think if it's anything that requires any actual fact, then it's insanity to use this. And it might. I'm not sure what it is, obviously, but we'll have to see if they let us know. But I would love to see what this class is. Yeah.
Maybe a clips of like her essay, like pieces
wrong
of
with
it.
you?
So we could probably take a guess.
Like, it sounds like this person was trying to call, like, this is fucking crazy to me, is that they clearly said something anti-trans in their article, knowing that their teacher was trans. Is like, that's a level of fucking comfortability that's insane. I would have failed the fuck out of you too. Full Necky says she followed the assignment's guidelines and should not be penalized for her religious viewpoints. OU officials point to the formal grade appeal process on the student awaits a decision. Dude, it's not, like, the Bible is not an objective source of reference. And it's actually a destructor of critical thought. Like, again, I think it's a beautiful thing to believe in God, but like, there's no critical thought when your entire belief system relies on the book says so. You're not encouraged to engage in critical thought. And if that's how you want to interact, that's totally fine. Don't go to college. You're just not going to be smart enough to engage in college. If you don't have the ability to think outside of a very limited box, don't go to spaces that require critical thinking.
That part. I think the saving grace here is going to be it's not empirical evidence, right? And then the issue is like I think with anything, if you base if this has to be like a factual, like, I guess, like essay, if you base your entire thought, and this could be on anything, and you base it all on one source, like, I think you should get failed, like, regardless. So it's no different if it's the Bible. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but it's even worse when it's the Bible.
Oh, it's yeah. I mean, I suppose, yeah, it's definitely worse. But my point is, though, it's like if you're doing like an Egyptology essay, for instance, right, and all of your like references is from one specific Egyptologist's book, and then it's like, so are you just rewriting his book as part of your essay, or like did you look at other like sources, because like you need to have like not competing, but like you need to have multiple sources to like for your essay, like
Right.
that's pretty standard, right? So I think that could be like the saving grace, because I think she sued. They're trying to sue or trying to do something. I'm not really. I don't want to say sue, but submitted some kind of complaint, or even maybe sued. Let's see. Gets flunked and cries to Turning Point USA. Turning Point OU stands with Samantha. We should not be letting mentally ill professors around students. Hot take.
Very hot take.
Right, and clearly this professor lacks intellectual maturity to set her own bias aside. I actually would disagree, because because there's parts of this that are dumb, right? But to call an entire group of people demonic is highly offensive, especially a minoritized population. That's kind of a dumb, like, to me, it's a dumb statement, because it doesn't matter in theory, it wouldn't matter who you call demonic, right? If you're like, white people are demonic, even if they're not minoritized, it doesn't make it any less ridiculous, right?
Yeah.
But I think what I would say is she received a 0 on the essay, failed to use empirical evidence. Like, that alone is like why it's a dub. You know, like, it doesn't really matter. Like, I guess you could say, like,
it doesn't look like she's like suing them or anything. She's just crying, right?
Oh, I suppose so. Well, I guess we'll see. I guess we're about to see.
Like, a very limited box. Don't go to spaces that require. We had TP Turning Point OU stand with Samantha. We should not be letting mentally ill professors around students. Listen, I'm not trying to be that fucking guy here, but I go to this point every single time. You cannot be religious and call trans people mentally ill. I will always defend this point. I will never change my mind on it. It is more mentally ill, by your logic, to believe in the Bible than it is to believe that somebody's trans. What is being trans? Hey, I feel like I was born in the wrong body. Okay, what's the Bible? Hey, I feel like there was a magical apple curse that, 6,000 years ago, despite tons and tons of empirical evidence, where we used to be immortal, and that takes away our immortality and makes it so hurt so that we give birth to babies. Also, I don't believe in climate change unless it's Noah's Ark, where it rained for 40 days and 40 nights, which is the second biblical aspect of incest in 6,000 years, because all the other people died. And we need to sit down, go to church once a week, and metaphorically cannibalize the body and blood of Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior, who's the Son of God, who was sent by God to die for the sins that he implanted into us. Wow, this makes sense. What sounds crazier? Sorry. Just because.
Which one are you rocking with? Which one are you rocking with?
Facts.
Which one are you rocking with?
Oh,
you think it's more likely to be a woman in a man's body, or magical apple curse makes childbirth hurt?
I think we were immortal. and global warming is fake, except for Noah's Ark.
Yeah.
You know?
Sorry, ma'am, but that penis
It's really
makes you a
logical.
dude. God said so.
Okay.
Remember when God sent those bears to go kill those kids because they made fun of that bald guy?
Only story I know, and you know what? That's what they get. That's what they get.
That's
Making fun
the
of
story that made me believe in God.
Oh, facts. Yeah, me too.
Because when I
was
think
like,
of
you
like
know what?
God, like an always good God, I'm like, I don't think he would let a roast go unpunished. A good God would
Especially
not
on a
let.
bald one.
Right, a ball that's crossing the line.
They're kids. They're not babies anymore. They should know better.
Yeah.
Kill them. Kill them. Send
If
bears.
you're old enough to talk, if you're old enough to roast a bald guy, you're old enough to get mauled by bears. And we've always said that. Were you going to say something?
Seriously, that's insane. To be clear, I really need you guys to understand something. We're gonna go back to Adam and Eve. What is the story of Adam and Eve? The story of Adam and Eve is there were two humans that did not have the ability to understand anything. Okay? Then there was an apple, and if you ate it, it would give you the ability to understand things. God said, do not eat this apple. A snake manipulated two humans, which basically had intellectual and developmental disabilities because they didn't understand anything, because they hadn't eaten the fucking apple yet. And so they ate the apple, and all of a sudden they understood things, and then God said, get the fuck out, you're not immortal anymore. What is the moral of that story? The moral of that story is to listen to anything God says, and by extension, anybody who claims to represent God, without understanding what it means. That is the moral of the story of Adam and Eve. That's it.
Papa Guts
This
based.
guy's spitting facts. He's
Papa
so
Guts
based.
based.
He gets it.
Papa
He
Guts
gets it.
based.
Big friend of the channel.
Big friend of the channel. Big Papa Guts based. And look, I'll tell you what. If I tell somebody not to eat the apple and they eat it anyway, in a couple thousand years, I'm going to come down by myself and sacrifice myself to undo the curse that I did on them. And that's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, you gave him the apple. Like, they
Very
should have
lo-
known not to eat it.
Yeah. Well, it's very logical, too, because if you think about it, too, me as God, I did tell them not to eat the apple, knowing, because I know everything, knowing that they are going to eat the apple. And then
Wait,
I'm
you're
going to
all
come,
knowing.
and then I'm going to come question them about it as if I don't know, even though I do know. And then when I realize that they're shameful of being naked, that's how I know that they ate the apple, not because I actually already knew that they were going to eat it initially, because I know everything. So just, I mean, it just makes, I think when you think about the story too like that, it just makes so much sense. Like, even though I knew, because, like, why would I tell them not to do something that I know that they're going to do because I know everything?
This is making me angry.
And then why
because
would I
the things
punish
we
them?
believe-
Why would I punish them knowing that in a couple thousand years, I'm going to come down and sacrifice myself as my son to forgive the curse that I'm bestowing upon them now, knowing that I'm going to do that in the future?
Too many loopholes, man. Who cooked this up?
I don't know. Some fucking, I don't know. Good point. I don't know. When you, I think, you know what I think it is? I think when you're writing on a papyrus script, like they did back in the day,
Okay.
I think you just start fucking cooking, and then you just can't stop writing, and then next thing you know, there's a big religion.
Yeah. It's kind of fire. I'm about to do that, bro.
I don't know, but ask a Christian about this, and they'll say, you know, I'm more into the New Testament. That's what they'll say. I don't really know too much about the Old Testament. I'm more into the Jesus part. That's what they'll say.
I'm gonna keep this one in my back pocket for the one time I ever encounter a Christian that wants to debate me for any reason at all. You know, I got this ready for him. The all-knowing.
Yeah, or they'll say, I'm sure somebody's thought about this. I just don't have the answer.
Okay, that's our friend Tristan.
That is the literal moral of the story. So when your fucking flagship story is about listening to what people say without questioning it, you can't talk about intellectual maturity. You can't. You just can't. But don't sit here and act like you're fucking, oh, my beliefs can't be voiced. I don't care. Good. You should feel uncomfortable. You should feel like the threat of your family disowning you for your entire life for saying nasty shit about trans people. I don't care. That's what you should feel. It's called being shamed.
Have we decided which way we're grifting yet?
I don't know. What are you thinking?
I don't know, because I'm kind
Which one's
of.
more profitable?
Ooh, that's a good question. I don't know. That's a really good question.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which one's more profitable?
I might start believing in the apple.
Fuck. No, I don't think the Apple's the most profitable. Well, maybe it is.
Yeah, they give money for no reason. Like, I don't know.
Oh, fuck, they do.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do that. They do that mega church thing. I don't know, but that
What do you think?
Hassan's pretty rich though.
Exactly. See, it's kind of like a win-win either way if you think about it. We just got to go
Yeah.
hard on one side.
Fuck. You think hanging out in the center could pull off or no?
No, money from both sides. I don't know.
Look, I think
Whatever, bro. I'm about
look-
to start making stuff up from the Bible, though. Like, no one's gonna tell me I'm wrong. I'm just gonna say some crazy stories, and
oh yeah, So why did
I'm just
Jonah turn
excited.
into a snake and then kill his third son?
I wouldn't know that. That could be true. That could be fake. You could just made that up, and I wouldn't know.
I think I made it up. I mean, it's dumb enough to be true. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't. Here's the thing. Look, if you use the Bible as a source, you're probably slow. Okay, sped, if they say.
Oh my God.
Okay. Also, I will say that. Am I gonna say it?
Easy now.
I'm gonna be just because we haven't figured out which way we're grifting. I'm gonna hold that thought. Let's continue.
Okay.
And that's what you learn from eating the apple, is you have shame now. So kudos to Samantha for leading by example and standing up for what she believes in. Samantha was probably a failing student that knew she was going to fail and decided to orchestrate this whole thing because she wanted attention because she's a boring fucking girl. That's it. There's nothing going on behind these eyes. Just letting you know. Let's see. The trans professor response. Please note that I am not deducting points.
You looking at what I'm looking at?
I'm looking at what you're looking at.
Because you have certain beliefs, but instead I'm deducting points for you posting a reaction paper that does not answer the questions for this assignment, contradicts itself, heavily uses personal ideology over empirical evidence in a scientific class, and is at times offensive. While you are entitled to your own personal beliefs, there is an appropriate time or place to implement them in your reflections. I encourage all students to question or challenge the course material with other empirical findings or testable hypothesis. But using your own personal beliefs to argue against the findings of not only this article, but the findings of countless articles across psychology, biology, sociology, etc., is not your best practice. You argue that abiding by normative gender role is beneficial. It's perfectly fine to believe this, but then say that everyone should act the same, while also saying that people aren't pressured into gender expectations is contradictory. That is true. Especially since your arguments reflect a religious pressure to act in a gender stereotypical way. I personally like acting like a boy, and I like when my wife acts like...
Look, she's actually kind of eating her up right now. Like, this comment is like so... I feel like it's so like rock solid. Like, I don't actually know like what you'd even say. Like, it's...
He's getting cooked.
Yeah, like, I mean, she's like so right. Like, like there's not really any way to like even refute this.
So
You can't. You really
I don't know how
can't.
you act.
Yeah, I mean, if she wasn't like Bible bad. If she was like Bible bad, then I guess maybe it wouldn't like
Hold up.
it wouldn't read as well. If she was like using religious is ew, then it's like, okay, well, that's probably not the way you should say it. But the kind of the way that she phrases everything in like the first page of the comment is like rock solid.
Everything else that I'm currently reading is looking pretty rock solid too.
Act. That's what I like, and that's what I'm attracted to. More traditional gender roles. That's how I like to act. If you do, don't. I don't care. Like, I'm not gonna shit my. I don't care. I don't care. My personal philosophy is more traditional gender stereotypes. I don't care. Like, you do what you want to do. I don't take your wife's last name. I don't give a fuck. That's just not for me.
You taking your wife's last name?
No, I'm probably changing it to Carnage, to be honest. Who knows? Who knows?
I don't even know which way that is. We're not taking
What do you
either of
mean?
our last it's like male gender roles or like flipping the gender roles, and it's like, no, neither. I'm changing our last name to Carnage. Like,
Yeah,
I don't
we're
even
Mrs.
know.
Carnage.
I don't even know which way that is.
Yeah, Count Carnage. It's got I don't know, man.
I wouldn't pressure you into doing it. I feel more comfortable doing that because I'm a very masculine man, and my wife is a more masculine woman compared to other women, but she likes being a more feminine woman because I'm so masculine. I'm so much masculine musk that she gets to feel comfortable being more feminine, You can say that strict gender norms don't create gender stereotypes, but that isn't true by definition of what a stereotype is. Please note that acknowledging gender stereotypes does not immediately denote a negative connotation. A nuance this article discusses. Additionally, to call an entire group of people demonic is highly offensive, especially a minorized group or minorized population. You're entitled to your own belief, but this isn't a vague narrative of society pushes lies, but instead a result of countless years of developing psychological and scientific evidence for these claims and directly interacting with the communities involved. You may personally disagree with this, but that doesn't change the fact that every major psychological, medical, pediatric, and psychiatric association in the United States acknowledges that biologically and psychologically, sex and gender is neither binary nor fixed. That's true. Even sex isn't binary. It's very rare that you will see somebody that is either I think there is male female, but then there is pseudo male intersex, pseudo female intersex, and then there's like legitimate intersex, right? Like perfectly both, the perfect person, right? A pee and a vagina. That fucking.
You're intersex, right?
Something like that.
I implore you to apply some more perspective and empathy in your work. If you personally disagree with these findings, then by all means share your criticisms. Make sure to do it in a way that is appropriate and using the methodology of empirical psychology as aligned with the learning goals in this class. If you have any additional questions or concerns about this, or would like some additional educational resources, I would be happy to discuss this further and provide them with you. Okay, this is a perfect response. This is a perfect response. This is another professional professor. Samantha, I am the other instructor for this course, and I have also taken the time to read your paper. I concur with Mel on the grade you received. This paper should not be considered as a completion of the assignment. Everyone has different ways in which they see the world, but in an academic course such as this, you are being asked to support your ideas with empirical evidence and higher level reasoning. I find it concerning that you state at the beginning of your paper that you do not think bullying or teasing is a bad thing. In addition, your paper directly and harshly criticizes your peers and their opinions, which are just as valuable as yours. Disagreeing with others is fine, but there is a respectful way to go about it. That goes for discussion posts as well as reaction papers. Please employ more thoughtfulness in your future assignments. Check this out. You don't think that you believe in bullying? You think that bullying is okay?
What's he gonna say?
That's a Disney.
What are you gonna say first? Do you have a roast for her? She said that teasing's not bad, so you can lay a roast
I don't have
in.
a roast for her.
You can lay a roast in. I mean, she said teasing's not bad. Give her one.
I can't think of one.
You got one. Come on.
I really can't. What is there bad to say?
That's what I'm asking you.
I don't know. I'm looking at her and I'm looking at him, and I don't know, man. Look.
What is that supposed to mean? All right, we're gonna go back. We're gonna get the. All right, I'm gonna need a roast from you. We just watched
That's
the clavicular. What is his name? Clavicular.
Clavicular?
Yeah, say something about her facial thirds or something.
He would say that her forehead to face ratio is a little skewed. It could be a little big. He'd probably say that like her chin is a little too pointy, but that might be exaggerated because she's smiling like that. Did I do good? I don't know, man.
I don't know. I think
just a regular girl.
Yeah, that's what I think. I think when you grow up in the Midwest and you look like this, you get like a false sense of like you're hot, but you just are like a very average looking person. So I think that's why somebody might say that.
Regular looking girl.
Yeah, she's hot in the Midwest, I'm sure.
This is actually horrible. By the way, I think women tend to gravitate towards doing female shit, and men tend to gravitate towards doing more male shit. But it doesn't mean that we have to force you to do those things. Those are two different statements. That goes for men. God created.
Did you read this already? Or have you just read this?
I'm kind of skimming through it as he's saying it. This is looking terrible, bro. I'm just looking at the capital he's.
Can you bleep this out? Can I get a long bleep here?
Okay, we'll bleep that
We can
out.
still say it, but yeah, such a though. I mean, just reading this, like, literally sounds like a the fact that somebody's going to college and typing this is insanity, you know? Oh, by the way, the reason I said that is because we haven't figured out which way we're grifting yet. So you have to bleep that out until we figure it out.
Oh, my genius.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see the vision.
Yeah.
Okay. Boom.
And he created women in the image of his beauty. God is transgender. Oh my God. Oh my God. That's beautiful. She accidentally admits God's trans. He intentionally created women differently than men.
I said she got him combing his beard.
Okay, why does she capitalize every single he and his? By the way, are you noticing that?
Too.
And I don't hate to be the grammar guy, but
I couldn't unfocus off that. That's clearly intentional, right? He and his.
I don't even know. I don't think so. I just think that I think that she's just this dumb.
Also, do people just assume he because Jesus was a male? Is that what's going on?
No, I think God is like supposed to be like a man.
Then what's up with Mother Nature and Father Time? What's up with that?
Those aren't biblical things. So I don't know what that's kind of irrelevant.
I wouldn't know any better. I'm sorry.
That's actually a fucking that's a fucking hilarious sentence. Yeah, all these religious people, they keep forgetting Mother Nature and Father Time, and it's pissing me off. Yeah, dude. Oh, you cooked them. You actually, I think all religious people just got silent because Bubby just cooked them.
I'm gonna hit Tristan with that later.
And we should live our lives with that in mind. Wow, that's so beautiful, guys. I was actually thinking about writing. I was actually thinking about doing a college essay based on Lord of the Rings as an objective source of information. Guys would do the.
You know what the real issue with this is?
Hit me with it.
She's not even citing the Bible. She's just saying her opinion and then just saying God said this. God said. I mean, you would think it would at least cite
Give
it.
us some quotes. Quotes.
I would have respected a little bit more if she. The thing is, she actually doesn't know what she's talking about at all. Like she's like, it's because God chose them to reflect. You're like, tell me, like, where did God say that? At least, right? That's why you should fail the biggest reasons because you don't even quote the scripture. Like you're just saying, God says this. Facts. It's like just every opinion she has. She's just saying, well, God said this. God says that. God says this. God says that. She didn't even cite the Bible itself. That's the issue here, right?
Yeah.
at least if she like threw up like a Romans thing, yada yada here, like this said this here, it said this here, it says this here, then you could be like, okay, well that's at least, I mean, granted it's still dumb, but at least you're citing something. Here you're just saying, I think men and women are men and women because I think God said so.
Bro, the capital He's are just tripping me up. I can't stop looking at them.
Oh yeah, it's insanity.
The Bible says that our lives are not our own, but that our lives and bodies belong to the Lord of His glory. I live my life based on this truth, and I firmly believe that there would be less gender issues and insecurities in children if they were raised knowing that they do not belong to themselves, but they belong to the Lord. I think that there.
Oh, that would be helpful.
Well, no, that wouldn't be helpful at all.
Oh no.
What?
You don't think everything was peaceful when everybody was Christian?
I mean, I don't think anything has ever been peaceful entirely ever.
Oh well, the joke is they just fought and killed each other all the time because you read the book different than I did.
Oh,
that's the joke.
That makes sense, huh?
Yeah, I guess you don't really. You look back in the day. I guess you don't really get to care about your gender much when you're like 13 and you got to go fight with a stick into like some guy who's riding a horse at you.
Oh, it would have been better if you knew that your life wasn't yours, though, right?
Yeah, like I think like I would be much. I'm just wondering, like, yeah, I guess I'd be like, this guy read that book wrong, and I'm gonna fucking kill him.
Yeah. Oh, he read this wrong. How dare he? How dare he not see see things the way I do?
You think?
Let me kill him.
You think this book shouldn't be in Latin? You think it should be translated? You're fucking dead, buddy.
Oh, beheaded, bro. Unalive that man.
Yeah. I don't know. I think things are just super peaceful when everybody's Christian historically. I think we know that to be fact. So I'm glad that she made that point.
Assignment.
All right, directions for the assignment. All right, does the paper clear title of the assigned article? So there's an assigned article. So I guess they're writing about the article, which, I mean, not I guess. I think that's, I kind of already picked up on that. But does the paper present a thoughtful reaction or response to the article rather than a summary? 650 words, thoughtful reaction to the material presented. So why the paper should not be a summary. An application of the study or results to your own experiences. Is this it? I don't know. It's kind of tough because it's not
about. What is it about, though?
They're talking about the article, and I guess the article stated these things that she's trying to refute, right? Now, I will say, I'm not seeing anywhere where it's saying to provide a source. So it seems like here, like in this part, like discuss why you feel, an application of the study results in your own experiences. Like, I guess that's fair enough game to use, like the Bible, like if it's your own experiences and you're religious, I guess it's fair enough game to use that, I guess in a way, no?
Yeah, and also works for the first one. Why it feels, but why she feels the topic is important.
Yeah, because it seems like that this is like basically saying like, do you agree with this article? Yes or no? But it's not based on any fact. It's like based on your personal experiences and your feelings. So, actually, I don't know. It's tough. Does the paper present a thoughtful reaction or response to the article? I guess they're saying it's not a thoughtful reaction, but I don't know. Actually, now it's kind of just got murky, didn't it?
Yeah. It was too open-ended for her.
That's what I think. That's why maybe it's not as rock solid now. I don't know. University of Oklahoma takes seriously concerns involving First Amendment rights, certainly including religious freedoms. Upon receiving notice from students, though, in the grading assignment, the university immediately began a full review of the situation and has acted swiftly in this matter. First, the college has acted immediately to address the academic issue raised by students. College leaders contacted her the day her letter was received and have maintained regular communication throughout the process. As previously stated, a formal grade appeals process was conducted. The process resulted in steps to ensure no academic harm to the student from the graded assignment. Second, the student reported filing a claim of illegal discrimination based on religious belief to the appropriate university office. OU has a clear process for reviewing such claims. Damn, he's a way better reader than me. It suck at reading out loud. And it has been activated. The graduate student instructor has been placed on administrative leave pending the finalization of this process. To ensure fairness in the process, a full-time professor is serving as the course instructor for the remainder of the semester.
First of all, I would not be able to read that any better than you, so I'm glad you didn't ask me to do it.
Yeah, they used to be fucking me up on that popcorn read.
Oh my god, yeah. Oh my god, the popcorn. I'm PTSD.
I don't know. I mean, so I guess. Well, granted, here's the things to I guess note, right? So it is in Oklahoma. Okay, so you do have to look at this with an Oklahoma lens. Okay.
I don't know what that means. Everybody's religious there.
Yeah, it's kind of like a buttfuck middle of nowhere. But anyway, I digress. I guess the way I'm looking at it now is, I do think citing the Bible in religion generally is dumb and should warrant a failure. But if you're asking for somebody's personal experiences and they use the Bible and their religion as their personal experiences, like, it's kind of hard to flunk them for that, right?
Yeah,
I think it's like you were saying.
Demands weren't as hard. Like, it wasn't asking for like solid evidence. It was asking for her feelings and her personal experiences, and it's like, I mean, who could have saw this coming? But if you thought about it, you could have saw this coming.
I think I was totally on the side of the professor until I saw the grading policy. Because it kind of was like, how do you feel about this article? Because it was like, how do you feel about this article? And that's how the grading kind of read to me. Once you say that, it's kind of like, you're kind of open the door for anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Be more specific with the requirements.
No, I agree.
Teacher on administrative leave. The University of Oklahoma takes seriously concerns involving First Amendment rights. No, this isn't religious discrimination. OU has a clear process for reviewing such claims. Process to ensure fairness in the process. A full-time professor, students' right to express sincerely held religious. Dude, get the fuck out of here. This is ridiculous. What about
wait. Also, the discrimination based on religion, that's not holding up here. She didn't get discriminated against because of her religion. Wait,
you could make the argument because basically they're like, use your feelings to agree or disagree with this article, and then she used her religious feelings, and then they were like, the religious feelings aren't valid. So I guess you could make the argument.
Okay, wait. Yeah,
granted,
right.
if this wasn't in Oklahoma, it probably wouldn't have stood up, right? If this was in Massachusetts or in California, it probably would have had the reverse outcome, which they probably would have just been like, fuck off to the student, that is.
I see.
I don't know. I think it's pretty gray enough, because apparently this is I think I just read it though. They're saying it's not the the graduate student instructor, I guess, is who graded it.
Okay, is it not the same professor?
No. It's not the actual professor. Then it says, to ensure fairness in the process, a full-time professor is serving as the course instructor for the remaining of the semester.
Ah, I see.
Yeah, so it wasn't a full-time professor who was grading it. So maybe that's probably why they just like cut ties with her, because they were like, we're not going to bat over you.
Wait, does that mean she lost her job?
Well, it might not even have been a job. A graduate student instructor, she probably wouldn't even get paid. It was probably like an internship thing.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
Huh.